Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. So today's video is gonna be story times. I know story times are like super dead on YouTube, like super dead, but I know that people still watch them because they like to hear them while they're like doing their makeup or their hair or something. So like, I got you. So today's video is gonna consist of 3 story times. I feel like these story times are not worthy of having their own video because they're not long enough. Then again, I like to make story times too long, but we'll see how this goes. So we're gonna do 3 different story times today, and they're all pretty funny ones. They're all just like, you know, just like quick ones. So I hope you guys enjoy these. I haven't told a story time in a long time. I know they're dead, but whatever. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have already heard some of these on my Instagram lives. I do a lot of live streams, so make sure to follow me. I'm sorry if it's repetitive for you, but most people haven't heard them, so like you're gonna have to put up with it. So I'm gonna name each story time so that you guys can get a little glimpse into what the story is gonna be about. Story time number 1. So when I was a kid, I did competitive dance and I did gymnastics. So competitive dance, my specialty was acro. If you don't know acro, it's acrobatics. It's basically when you mix gymnastics and dance into one. And I was sick at it, okay? I was so sick at it. I had so much rhythm. I was really flexible. I could do back handsprings. I could do a bunch of different types of tricks and flips. I was pretty sick, okay? I was pretty confident in my abilities. So I did a lot of different dance things. So I took a lot of different classes with my best friend and neighbor. We're still neighbors. We live literally 1 door apart. My house, our friend's house, and then it's her house. Like, we're literally neighbors. We don't bump into each other though. Growing up, we were best friends. We did everything together. We hung out on the street. We had classes together, and we also took dance together. So we had some of the same dance classes, such as acro. So her and I were like BFFs, like this. We're like best friends. I told my parents, like, listen, like, I love dance, but the best part about dance is learning how to do the tricks. Like, I like doing the flips and the this and all the tricks in acro. So I told my parents, like, can I try gymnastics? So I tried gymnastics at like the local place, and my friend was still taking acro. I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss you, bye, you know, but like we're still like neighbors. So I apply to this place and I do like a recreational gymnastics class, and the woman comes up to me and she's like, hey, can you get your parents here at the end so I can talk to them? So she sits me down, she talks to me and my parents, and she tells us, listen, Ashley's really good. I feel like she's very ahead of all the girls in this class, so I think that she should try out to be on the competitive team. I was fucking glowing. I was like, yes, I'm so down. Like, let me try out. Like, I was so excited. Let's get this audition going. So she books an audition for me, and I'm so excited, guys. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a competitive gymnast. Like, I'm gonna be so sick. I'm gonna go to the Olympics. Like, I'm gonna... Guys, I loved gymnastics. I was so passionate about it. You have no idea. I have this audition booked. I go to school and I see my friend, let's call her Marie. I see Marie and I tell her like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm gonna audition to be a competitive gymnast. I think I'll get it. Like, she told me herself, probably gonna get it. It's just protocol to do the audition. So like, I'm really excited. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. And then like, I think we were with her mom or something. I don't remember what happened, but I think maybe it was the end of the day and like her mom was there. Something happened. But basically, her mom was like, why don't you go with her and give her support and wish her luck and stuff? And I was like, yeah, like I would love that. Please, like please, you could totally come and see me try out. And you can like just be there so that when it's done, you know, you're there and celebrate. These sleeves are pissing me off. So I'm like super excited. Marie agrees. Her mom's cool with it. My mom's cool with it. I asked the ladies, okay, my friend watches me try out. Everyone's cool with it. I got my best friend with me by my side. We're gonna get this shit. So we go to the audition, and the lady like introduces herself, and she's like, hi, what's your name? Like, I'm Ashley. And she's like, you're here to audition? I'm like, yeah, shaking hands and whatnot. And then she looks at my friend, she's like, what's your name? Marie. She's, oh, are you trying out too? No, you don't do gymnastics? No, I just do dance, I do acro and blah blah blah. Oh, you do acro? Yeah, I dance at so and so and blah blah blah. Oh, if you do acro, why don't you try out too? So then she's like, sure, mom, can I try out? Because her mom was there too. And she's like, yeah, you can go ahead and try out, Marie. So then I'm like, cool, like, yeah, let's both try out, you know? And she's like, cool, we'll get you all suited up and you guys can go try out together. I'm excited, she's excited, we're all excited. We both try out, we do our thing. After the tryouts are over, we high five, we're like, yes, like we're so excited. So then we get our letters in the mail. Basically stating like, did you make it, did you not? So she calls me, she's like, oh my God, Ashley, like, did you get your letter yet? And I was like, no, not yet. I haven't gotten my letter yet. Like, I gotta wait for my mom to come home so she can open up the mailbox and blah, blah, blah. She's like, I got my letter and I made the team and this and that. I'm so excited. My mom's gonna register me with blank and blank gymnastics tomorrow and I'm gonna be a competitive gymnast. I'm so excited, Ashley. And I was like, no way, I'm so happy for you. So I'm so excited because like I was better than her. I was better than her. So I was like, if she made it, I made it. Like, I'm so excited. So then I'm like hanging up. I'm super happy for my friend. And I'm like nervous, right? Like I got butterflies in my stomach and shit. And then I go, I get my mom when she comes home and I'm like, go check the mail, check the mail. Marie got her letter. So she's like, okay, okay. So she checks the mail, she gives me the letter and I sit on the stairs. I remember this like yesterday. I sit on the stairs and I open it up. And it says something along the lines of, like, we regret to inform you, or like, unfortunately, or some kind of like, I'm trying to let you down easy terminology. Long story short, the letter said I didn't make the team. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, fuck. My whole world came to a crash. I was so sad. I was sitting on the stairs crying my eyes out. Like when I say I was crying my eyes out, I don't mean like it was a 1-2 tear. Like, it was like, I was bawling. I was like, how did Marie make the team? If she didn't come in, I would have made the team. They had a spot for me and blah, blah, blah. I was so sad. To this day, I know that if she hadn't have tried out, I would have made the team. Like I was sick. The reason why she made it is because she's tiny. She's like really tiny. Like to this day, she's really short. And I was a very lanky, tall kid. So they need someone that's like able to tumble and like, you know, someone small. So I think that's why. I tell myself that's why, you know, maybe she was better than me. I don't think so, but I'm just saying she was tiny and I wasn't. So I'm crying my eyes out and my mom is like, mi amor, everything happens for a reason. It's okay, mi amor. Just petting my hair and just wiping my tears and I'm crying my eyes out. It was so sad. After that, I quit gymnastics. Because I didn't want to do gymnastics recreationally. Well, I have to look across the room at the tumbling side and see fucking Marie doing her little flips and tricks and shit with the competitive girls. So I was like, I'm not sitting over here with the regular ass girls and looking like an idiot in front of Marie. So I quit gymnastics. I think I did dance for 1 more year. I lost my passion for it. And it got really expensive too, so we stopped doing it. And to this day, Marie is still fucking killing it with the gymnastics. Bitch is really good. She's really good. The girl's really good. She could do like layovers and aerials and back tucks and front tucks and back handsprings and front handsprings, and she could do everything, okay? She's sick. She's so sick at it. I would insert a video of her because she posts a lot of videos on Facebook and Instagram of her flipping. I would insert it, but I'm not gonna do that because that would be too messy. Yeah, she totally stole my spot. She ended up becoming like a professional cheerleader. I mean, perfect because she's tiny, so she could be a good flyer. She did that for years, and I think she's still doing it to this day. If not, she might just practice in her old gym or something. Well, my old gym, but you know, her old gym. I think there's a little bit of resentment here. So that is the story on how I almost became an Olympic athlete. So story time number 2. It's not a long one, but it is a pretty funny one. Oh, do you see that highlight? So I've definitely told this one on live. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can remember as vividly as I did those days, but I'm gonna try my hardest to let you guys know what happened, what went down. So I was at McDonald's getting my bagel, as I always did. I was getting my bagel, my iced coffee. And for some reason at McDonald's, this is another video, something I wanna rant about. For some reason, McDonald's never has their food ready. You always have to pull up to the front and they gotta bring it out to you instead of just getting it in the drive-thru window. I don't know why, it's fast food. I don't know why it takes so long, it does. So I had to pull up to the front and go wait for my bagel because they don't know how to get it ready on time. The way that the McDonald's is set up, it's like, obviously like the McDonald's is right here and then there's a whole parking lot over here, okay? So there's these 2 parking spots here, 1 and 2, and this is where you get your bagels, your food, sorry, this is where you get your food. You can literally come straight out of the drive-thru and park your car. So there's 2 spots. So I'm in spot number 1 at the front and there's a guy right behind me in spot number 2. Over here, there's an empty lane for driving, and then there's a parking lot. I hope you're following. If you're not, let me just insert a picture like right here. Hopefully this breaks it down for you. I don't know if it will. I'm just hoping that you can kind of understand. But yeah, just keep this in mind, okay? So I'm in parking spot number 1, as you saw. The guy behind me is waiting for his food. The person comes out and drops the food to him and then drops the food to me. So now we both have our food. So I don't have my glasses on and I can't see without my glasses. I can't drive without my glasses. So I need to find my glasses again, you know, get settled in, put my seatbelt in, get my aux cord ready, and get out of the parking spot. Why would I do that when I'm driving when I can do that when I'm parking? So I'm about to pull out, so I put my car in drive, and then I realize that I can't see, so I'm like, oh shit, like I gotta get my glasses. So I'm like looking for my glasses. I'm just like unraveling my bagel so that I can eat it while I'm driving, because I'm driving to the studio, so I wanna, you know, go through traffic with my bagel in hand, and I don't wanna unravel as I'm driving. Like I just wanna unwrap it so I can just eat it, you know, and not make a mess. So I do that, and I'm getting my glasses, right? Car's still in drive, but obviously my foot's on the brake. Tell me why I hear a honk. So I turn around and I see this guy honking at me. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's honking at someone else because the guy has easy access to just go around me. Like there's a whole lane that he can go through. So I'm just like, okay, like maybe he's honking at something else. Maybe he did it by accident because I'm not in his way. So I keep unraveling my bagel. I'm getting some napkins, putting them on my lap. So then I hear another honk. So then I look in my rearview mirror and I'm like, this guy's not honking at me. The guy's honking at me. He's like yelling, like, but not yelling. You know, he's like mouthing something like, you know when people are driving, you can see them yelling at you, but you can't hear them because like you're not in their car. It was one of those. So I'm just like, okay. So I just look back down and I keep unraveling my bagel, minding my business. The man, just nonstop. And now I see him like putting his hand out the window, like, go, what are you doing? Fucking go. So I'm just like, okay, I may be done unraveling my bagel now, and I may have my glasses on, and my napkins may be in my lap, and I'm ready to go. But now because you want to get rude, I'm not going anywhere. So I put my head out the window, I look at him, I smile, I put my car in park, and I put my hazard lights on. So now this guy's like, honking like no tomorrow. He goes around my car. Why? Because there's space. As there has been for the past 5 minutes, there's been space. He could have just pulled out the entire time, but he just wanted to have me move so he could just go forward. But like you could just get out on this side. Like it's just gotta angle your car a bit and you're out, you're free to go. So he pulls up to my window, right? So he's like, you fucking bitch. I'm like, whoa. Whoa, I do not have the energy for this. So I literally just smile at him and I roll up my window. I just press the button and it just rolls up. And I have tinted windows, so it goes black. Like it goes black, he can't see me. So I roll up my window. So he angles his car right next to mine so that his window is aligned with the hood of my car. And all I hear is, you fucking moron ass. And he's like yelling and swearing. And he goes, and he spits on my car. He spits on my car. He just like gets a fat one and spits on my car. So I'm just there like, that did not just happen. Like, no. My hands are shaking. My hands are like, I'm ready to go fuck his car up. But I just literally I just sit there and I'm like, okay, relax, Ashley, relax. And then I just started laughing like a psychopath. I just started laughing. And then he drives off and he's like honking his horn and yelling and like cussing, and that was that. It was some old man. Like he was so ugly. He was so dirty. He was driving like a 2001 Toyota Echo. Like he was just so gross. I think he was just mad that my car is a little nicer than his and that I didn't go out of my way to make his day easier. I'm sorry, like if you can't get out of an open spot, like what do you want me to do? Give you driving lessons? Like fuck out of here. So yeah, that was that, and he spat in my car. Okay, so on to story time number 3. So this is the story about the time that the guy that I liked found my YouTube channels. So I used to have 2 YouTube channels. Okay, no, I've had like 10 in my life, but 2 main ones that I had were one that is now on private because of this story, and the Amateur Guru. And at this time, the Amateur Guru only had about 500 to 600 subscribers on it. Like, it didn't really have many. So I was talking to this guy. We were like dating, but like not official. It was a little complicated, but we really liked each other, right? So I was still getting to know him, so you know, I had a whole little side of me that was, you know, he didn't know yet, which included my YouTube channel. And this is the time that I had just started Amateur Guru, so I had like maybe like 10 videos up, and they were like zodiac videos, and I didn't know any. He was a Taurus. I didn't know any Taurus at the time, so whenever I was talking about Taurus, I was probably talking about him. I didn't really know any. I think I knew one other than him. My other videos were a little embarrassing. They were like story times, and like, I wasn't really confident in them, right? I was still getting to know YouTube. And then my other channel was just like mad embarrassing because it's from like 8 years ago. So it was just some fucked up shit. Like, it was really embarrassing. I don't even want to talk about what's on there. We're on the phone as we always were. We're just talking on the phone, and he's like, oh, like I have a friend named Ashley that has a YouTube channel, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you do? He's like, yeah. He's like, do you want to see her channel? I was like, okay. So then he sends me like a channel link of this girl named Ashley that went to our college that had a YouTube channel. So I was like, oh fuck, okay, thank God he's not talking about me, like, ooh. So then he's like, yeah, this is my friend, like she actually does YouTube, blah, blah, blah. She had like maybe like 1,000, 2,000 subscribers. And I was like, oh cool, like that's pretty dope, right? And then he's like, do you have a YouTube channel? Huh? It's a random question to ask. Like, why? You don't just go asking people if they have YouTube channels. Like, there's a reason why you're asking this, right? So I'm like, why? He's like, I'm just wondering. Like, you know, my other friend Ashley has a YouTube channel, so maybe you have a YouTube channel. And like, mind you guys, the way he brought up his friend Ashley that had a YouTube channel was like so random. It's like, he tried to like slickly put it into a conversation, and it had no relevance whatsoever. Like, I could tell that like he had plotted this conversation. Like, it was very obvious, right? So I was like, why? He's like, I'm just wondering. I'm like, yeah. He's like, really? He's like, yeah. What's your YouTube channel? I was like, I'm not telling you. Like, fuck it. I'm not saying. Like, you're not gonna find it. He's like, pretending to type in my name on YouTube. He's like, Ashley Flores. He's like, oh, I found something. And I was like, oh God, like, we found Amateur Guru. Okay, whatever. Like, fuck it. Like, my friends know about it at this point. Like, whatever. So I'm thinking he found the Amateur Guru, but somehow he found my other channel, which didn't even have my name on it. So I don't know how he found it, but he found my other channel. So I'm on the phone with him, and I hear him like, oh, was this you when you were younger? And he plays my videos. He plays my Degrassi audition, which at the time no one had seen. Now I have that audition up on my other channel, but no one had seen that audition. So I'm hearing like, hi guys, it's Ashley Flores. I'm 16 years old and I want to. So I hear that over the phone, and I'm just like, oh my God, fuck. So he's like, you're not that bad. You're actually pretty decent. And I'm like, okay, can you stop? I'm like, turn it off. So he's like, oh no, there's another one. So he clicks on the other one. I'm like, oh my God. He keeps playing my old videos. Like, I had like some really messed up, weird stuff on there. Like, there was this one video where I was like stalking Justin Bieber with my friends outside his hotel, and like, we met his backup dancers. It was like a vlog before vlogs were really a thing. We were like vlogging the whole day of just meeting Justin Bieber and like his crew or whatever. So he sees that, and then I put that on private as he's like in the account, on the account, so the video stops. And he's just like, why isn't it working? He refreshes, he's like, why isn't it working? And I'm like, because I'm putting shit on private. So everything's on private now. And he's looking at my liked videos. And at the time I got no likes. So I was liking all my videos from this account on the Amateur Guru. So it's showing liked videos, Amateur Guru. And he's like, a second account. He goes to my Amateur Guru. He's looking at videos like, why I love your zodiac sign, which was like brand new at the time. And he like is watching like Taurus and shit. And I'm like talking about like why I love the Taurus. Like, oh, they're sensual, they're cuddly, they're this, they're that. I'm like, fuck, I'm so embarrassed. So I'm just like, oh my God, please stop watching. So I had to hang up because I was cringing so much. I had to hang up, and I'm like, oh my God, like this is not happening. Like, this is a guy I like, and like I barely know him, and he's like looking at all my shit from my past. So it doesn't sound that bad. Okay, no, it probably does. But if you saw the stuff I had on that channel, like you would understand. Like, it was really bad. So I hung up on him. I put what I could on private, and I like died in the hole that night. Yeah, even thinking about it to this day makes me cringe. But yeah, that was the story of the time that the guy I liked found my old YouTube channels. Okay guys, so that concludes this video. Those are 3 story times for you. I hope you found them entertaining. I hope you found them funny. If you like my story times, let me know. I have so many stories that I could tell. I just don't know if people really care for story times anymore. So if you do, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you liked it. Like the video if you didn't like it. And check out my Instagram and shit. Yeah. Okay, thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!